What's up, everybody? It's me, Joey P, Joe Pizzapia, and it's week 3, which means, of course, in Major League Baseball, the injury bug is biting and biting hard. So we're gonna have to hit the waiver wire to find some replacements for all these guys that are dropping like flies. See what I did that? Tying in all the insect stuff. That's why you come here. That's why you like these videos, you share them, and you subscribe to FantasyPros MLB. And don't forget, when you do, and you drop a comment below in this video, you could win a free 1-year premium upgrade over at FantasyPros. Again, all you have to do is drop a comment below, like this video, and make sure you subscribe to FantasyPros MLB, or you could just not wait for it and go to fantasypros.com/premium and upgrade today to get the greatest tools in the history of the fantasy universe to help you manage your teams, draft your teams all year long. So let's get to it. Let's find some names to add to your rosters in week 3 for MLB. Let's kick things off this week with Dre Jameson, RPSP for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, so far, the bullpen in 8 innings, he struck out 8 guys, and he looked pretty dominant, especially with that triple-digit fastball that Dre Jameson has. However, he does struggle with control sometimes, and the 5 walks are a little concerning. The fact that they're giving Jameson already an opportunity in this rotation is encouraging, and he could flip-flop back and forth, which would make him a very valuable arm to have long-term, especially if there's an injury in that rotation long-term. You could say Jameson maybe staying in the rotation and making more starts than relief appearances as the season continues. And right now he's rostered in just 40% of leagues, so pick up Dre Jameson. Orlando Arcia, shortstop second baseman of the Atlanta Braves. Now, going into the season, a lot of people thought that Vaughn Grissom might be the guy to make the big club, but instead it was Orlando Arcia who not only made the club, but then got signed to a 3-year extension with the Atlanta Braves. So they're paying him, and so far that investment is paying off. Arcia is rostered in just 57% of leagues right now, and so far to start the year, he has 2 homers, hitting .333 on the season. And with that dual eligibility, he can help you if you're missing out on a Tim Anderson or another player out on injury in the middle infield, because we've had a lot of injuries at the shortstop position this week, and Orlando Arcia could at least be a stopgap there to help you until those guys get healthy again. Let's go to Kansas City for our next 2 pickups. The first, Aroldis Chapman, relief pitcher for the Kansas City Royals. Now, so far, Aroldis Chapman looks like the Aroldis Chapman of old. That has not been the case the last few seasons. We've seen him sort of decline after his 12th year in the big leagues, but now we are seeing this guy kind of reborn. 9 strikeouts, just 1 walk to start the season. He's got 1 save in 5 innings, but Scott Barlow may or may not give up this job. It doesn't matter, because Aroldis Chapman, if he keeps pitching like this, we all know the history he has of closing out games. Some contender, maybe a team like the Mets even, who could be in the closer market, might look at Chapman and say, there's a guy that we can go out and acquire and possibly dominate in saves in the second half of the season. Right now, he's rostered in just 46% of leagues. Chapman is a guy you should pick up and hold, because even if he's not closing now, it doesn't mean he won't be at some point for the Royals or for somebody else if he continues this hot streak. Let's stick around in Kansas City and add Chris Bubic, starting pitcher of the Royals. Now, over his first 2 starts, he's been pretty impressive, even though he doesn't have a win to show for it. That first start against Toronto was okay, just 5 innings, 4 Ks for him. However, in the second start against San Fran, you're looking at 9 strikeouts, no walks, just 2 hits over 6 frames. So far on the season, he has a 1.64 ERA and a .91 whip. He's also rostered in just 40% of leagues right now, roughly, and every fantasy team could use more starting pitching depth. Next on our list is a guy that just missed last week's list, and boy, I wish I had put him on there. It's Logan O'Hoppe, the catcher from the Los Angeles Angels. O'Hoppe has gotten off to a great start over his first 9 games, 4 home runs, 10 RBI, but most importantly, he's catching Shohei Ohtani and having good starts with him. He seems to be ingratiating himself with the pitching staff. For a young catcher, that is very important in terms of playing time. It's not just how you swing the bat at the plate, it's how you're catching behind it. Now, he's rostered in roughly 70% of leagues right now, so he's still floating out there in 30%. He should be owned everywhere, because catcher can be a wasteland, and this guy has real power. The only thing that's really standing his way is Max Stassi when he comes back healthy. But again, Logan O'Hoppe, the superior offensive player, so add him regardless and continue to ride the hot streak of this rookie catcher. Sticking with rookies, let's add Eduard Julien, second baseman for the Minnesota Twins. Now, he's getting called up because Joey Gallo went on the IL, plus they've got Jorge Polanco on the IL. We've got Carlos Correa with a gimpy back. Kirilov's on the IL. The Twins have some issues, which makes opportunity for Julien. This guy was red hot this spring when everybody else was at the WBC, and I'll tell you what, Julien, over his first 29 at-bats, the 934 OPS, already has 2 homers in AAA. This kid is the real deal. Great left-handed swing. He goes the opposite way. He takes a walk. Now, he can get a little aggressive sometimes, but with all the injury history of all the Twins, there could be real opportunity for Julien to not only play right away, but also stick with the team. Worst case scenario is he doesn't play much. He gets sent down in a few weeks, but if he hits, or even if he continues to hit AAA, you could see him making a contribution not just early, but even later potentially in the season. So if you have the space to stash him, Julien is a must-add for me. All right, so those are the names in Major League Baseball to add in Week 3. I want to know the names that you are thinking about adding, so drop them below in the comments. I love to hear from y'all. And don't forget to watch Leading Off live right here on our channel every single day, Monday through Friday at 12:30 Eastern. That'll do it for me, Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.